Okay, we are building this cool little thing, and here's what it looks like so far. I like it, and all the code for that is at this URL. GitHub goes to 11 HTML CSS Bootcamp, and then go into 00temp Spring 2017 final review right there. We are now going to add a little gradient because I think that'd be cool. And so on the CSS, it's something we want on all pages. And so we have on index, the CSS we have playing on index is first in the cloud reset. We don't need to see that. And then we have main CSS, and then main with the media query. And then I think that's extraneous. No, then we have index, and then we have index with the media query. That's right. So this is that's index. There's main. There's main with the media query. Index media query 600. That's done over there already. And that's kind of the order they fire in. So we have reset, fonts, main, and then index. Oh, we need to add in the main media query. Main, index, link, CSS, main, media query, and then index media query. Because these would be mobile. That's why they're grouped that way. And these would be desktop. And I need to add this in. This other one. And so I thought it'd be nice to have a background gradient. Where do we put the background gradient? On this CSS.
You could apply it to the whole body, and it would apply just to the body's background.
So our header the body label is position fixed, so it's taken out. Input is not shown ever. And then we have body header, which is position fixed, so that's out of normal document flow. So all of this stuff is out of document flow, which means we have that H1, and that's just SVG, and that's not shown. It's display none. That's to set up our SVGs, which will mean we have that main right there, and then we have some articles and stuff, and then we have the footer. And so I think that we should do this H1 here inside of main. And that one is on, it was this one right here, but now it is in body main H1. And so that's no longer header and navigation. So we could come down here and do begin main. And let's see if we mess anything up. Still fine. And now we want main to be height 100 VH. And display, flex, justify content. We got the H1 in there. So justify content center is going to flex directions row. Justify content works along the primary axis, which is row, so it's going to center that horizontally. And then align items. And we could do There's no space between on line items. So let's look here. Space between or space around? We can do space between, but then we want to do flex direction column so that that's operating on the column. And flex wrap, no wrap. And align items center operates on the cross axes, which is horizontal. And I'm going to want 3 things here. And then, can main have a footer? Might be overkill. So what might we want down here? A caption maybe? And so if it's a caption, like maybe in H3, we'll see what that looks like. Tommy Grinds. That's his name, Tommy Grinds. I just made it up. So now that's going to position all those. And on main, layout. I want this on body main. And then this is going to be the H1. I don't think we need text align anymore. And then the H2 is going to be font size like 10. And then the H3 is going to be font size like 0.5. Formatting. And we're going to do a line self. Now is a line operating on the cross axis? Yeah, because it's vertical. And align self flex end. And I want the color to be white on all that. So color white. No, I want it black on this one. Yeah, I want it white. And then for background image, linear gradient. What's a nice color? Gradient. Any comma? I don't know what if this is right, like because we don't have an image there. So on the big page, that image will be nice. But skate tours maybe. We could put an anchor around that. Urban skate tours. That sounds weird and interesting. It's kind of fun. But this is the mobile one, so really it's supposed to look like this. So we need that to be smaller. Why did that go so big? 4. Why is it no longer centered? So sometimes I have to reload this page for mobile to work. Center there, not here. That's main. So we have body main. And that should all be right. And we have a line self on the H3, which took it over to the right. Why is the H2 not centered? Is it the padding top? We don't need that. Just on the first one. Let's put a border around this and take a look. So maybe it's just filling up. So that's centered, right? But it's just not wrapping. I put no wrap. Hi, thank you. I'm totally hungry. Do you have enough for the students?
I got some of like 5 pieces here.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Go get some pizza, guys. Thank you very much.
So give it to them, they'll just toss it because it's so close to quit time.
Yeah, thanks.
All right.
This is great. Who wants some pizza? Thank you, Jen. You're welcome. Come grab a piece. Come on, Anna. No. Nathan, come get some. One piece left. Whoever wants them. And then this bottom one, I want to bring this off the bottom a little. Top, left, right, top right, bottom, left. And I think I'll make it 0.7, 0.6. And the font weight's pretty heavy on that, it seems. And I want this font for the H1. And it looks good too on the H2. But I'm going to leave that smaller. That's pretty small. I can't read that. Am I looking at this at 100%? Let's see what 100% looks like. And we have a couple of paddings, weights. On Roboto, we have 400, 500. So I could do font, weight, 400. Thinned it out a little bit. And how do we do the spacing between fonts? Do you remember? I think kerning CSS. Is it leading or kerning? I think leading is between the lines. CSS letter spacing. Well, that one's all junked up because I changed the HTML, but I didn't change it on my other pages. So this is my new main. First thing I'm going to get rid of is that one. So if you're taking my Go programming class, this is where templates would come in handy, and you have things which are used on the same page over and over and over, and you just have that stored as a template. Okay, now let's see what happens. So main, main, index, index. So we have main, and then we have main media query and index K. So if we wanted to see the change on that, we could do so this is the support. And that's in the main, and this is the header. This is sales. And this one is index. We like that one. This one's in accessories. This one is boards. This one is community. When I was young, people used to say commies as a derogatory thing if you're a commie. Community. So changing up there, but we didn't get the we skate changing in the middle. See it up top changing? I'm going to call accessories gear. I thought that might be a little bit long. Community is kind of long too. Oh well. Just an example. We skate. Why didn't we skate change? Oh, because it's right here. That makes sense. I didn't change it. That's okay. All right, so we got that gradient. Now that's all mobile. And that's going to be all pages. And then we're going to differentiate each page by then formatting that stuff here for that specific page. Make sense? Each page will have its own. And then now we're going to do mobile, so or desktop. How do we get this to look good on desktop? What do we want to overwrite? So one way you could do this is select all that, put this here, and just look at the CSS. Like, do we want that to continue to exist? Yes. And body label, do we want this to continue to exist? And that label is for header nav right here. So it's selecting that, and it's just saying fixed and all that. Yeah, we want that to exist. We want this to exist. So that's all already included, right? Because we're going to load that, because all that loads. And then if we're greater than 600, mid-width 600, load this stuff too. So we don't need to change any of that. Do we want that? Yep, we want that. We want this, because that's all going to still work. Do we want it to just be a flyout on desktop, or do we want it to be at the top?
I would say not a flyout, you want it visible.
Just on the left?
Whether it's on the top or on the left.
Oh, without having to click that button?
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
You could, I mean, if you wanted to stay visible the whole time without getting rid of the checkbox, then you can make a different index for the desktop version where within the index it's already checked as default.
Yeah. So we could come in here. So I've just started over here. We could keep all that and position fixed, label. So we don't really need this header anymore, that little button anymore on desktop. So we could just say display none. Get rid of button. So this label here, this button's gone. And SVG plus, we don't need to format that because we're not looking at it. And then checkbox, display none. And we still don't want to see that, but that's already set. And check header left 0. So when it's checked, the header is left 0. So we just want the header to be left 0. Bring it out. And the button, we no longer need that label. And then we have the body header. So this header, and we want to format all this, but it's left, all that's already formatted from the mobile. It's already loaded, so we don't need that. All we're doing is reset and left. So we get rid of all that. And the H1, header H1, display none, a G in skates. I was kind of thinking this would be, I might come back to this. And header nav, position absolute, we still have all that, we want all that. And header nav A, we want all that. And header nav A hover, we want all that, so that's already in the mobile. And body main, that's that stuff, and we'll keep all that. And we might change some of these font sizes. What is that doing there? Is that cache? Maybe my CSS is not pulling in the CSS. We have main media query 600 plus.
Well, the label doesn't show, but
Why? Oh, because maybe I have an error. Now I no longer have an error. So we get main, we get index, which has nothing in it, and then we get media query 600 plus CSS. Am I getting this wrong? Is it min width 600 plus from this minimum up? Is that right? Well, if it's wrong, then this should look crappy mobile. But we still have that mobile. And desktop. And I could go to memory. Where's cache? Disable cache. Disable cache. Doesn't change it. Did I do something wrong with my media? Let's go look at the media query. Media queries. Min width 600 pixels. Min width 600 pixels.
Actually, on the other one, it had colon instead of equal sign.
Really?
Yeah.
That's probably it. There we go. But I've only changed it on the home page. So on the home page it's working. You like that on the left? I think considering the hour, I like it.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't, actually. We're going to fix it. And hopefully we can do it quick. We'll give ourselves till 5 o'clock. All right, so to fix it, first of all, H2 needs to be a lot bigger. We skate needs to be like 8 now. And H1 and those can all be fine, hopefully. Those look okay. All right. So now we want to not show I'm going to make this just a div, get rid of that urban skate things, and that's just for Flexbox to work, for space between, and nothing is stored there. And then I'm going to hide body label, body header, body main H2, body main H1, display none. See what that looks like. Bummer. And this is and we can do body main. It's flex direction is column, so justify content is going, and that's just going to be center. There we go. And now we've got our header and its position left. And here the header is top 0, left 0. And it's got a height. We now want the height to be something different. Height, 10, viewport height, width, 100 viewport width. So that's this up here, that part. So we just did that to the header. I'll bring this down to like 7. And background color is on the header right there. I'll bring that up to like 0.9. It's a white, it's a gray. Why can't I pick anything? There we go. There's our new header. Now we just have to get those anchor things to work in there. And header H1 used to be display none. Is now going to be display, what is it, H1 block. There's a G in skates. And it's got a nav. So header's got a H1 and a nav as children. I want those on each side. And so right now header is position with no display. So I'm going to do display flex. And it's automatically row, no wrap, justify content, space between, align items, vertically center it. And so that put my nav, hopefully, over on their side. But right now my nav has position absolute. So I'm going to do my nav, header nav, body header nav. And do position static, which is the default. And now my nav has display flex on it. And it's right now flex direction column. I'm going to do flex direction row. And justify content was, and line items are flex start. I'm going to do, that would be on the left, and line items center. And now I need to kind of change the spacing between that. So the width on those, on the header nav, the width is 100%. And so header nav width, I don't want to take up 100%. I want width to be auto. And so now I need that hover on that. So these A's, the width, display, flex, width, padding, and then background color, width is 100%, that's fine. Why is it getting so huge? I think it's just too much padding. So body header nav A. Padding will be 1 rem, 1.5 rem. And do the hover color maybe more of a white. And so then I'd have to format this over here, which is header H1, which is this one right here. And font size would be like maybe 2 rem. And color maybe white. And padding left maybe 4 rem.
So this is using 2 style sheets on this.
2,
Style sheets.
yeah, 2.5 rem. And then for that background image on the body, it's on main actually. That's my above the fold. My main is right here, height 100 VH, so body main. I've been doing header, so I got all that done. Here's my body main, background image, URL. It's going to be in image/skate something.png. And so let's go find a skateboard, skateboarding, images, tools, label for reuse, size, large, and bye, Alex. Have a great summer. What are you doing this summer?
Working.
Where?
With my friend.
What do you guys work at?
This is like his own business. Why?
I'm just curious. What do you do, man? You're curious what you're doing this summer?
Oh, this
Secret. Okay, cool. Have a good summer.
okay.
Bye, Alex.
Bye.
So I like that image. Cool. And I called it skate JPEG. What is it over here? JPG. It's an image skate JPEG. What's wrong with that? IMG. Why are you having a trouble finding that? I'm in CSS. I need to go up a level. Image. Skate. There we go. And background, position, center, background, repeat, no repeat, background, size, cover, background, size, repeat, position, color, attachment, image. I like the attachment fixed. Background, color, image, blend mode, clip, origin. That's it. And then if we had more stuff down here, like we had UL, LI. Now if we look at this, oh yeah,
Oh, I like that. That's cool.
his helmet and everything, the colors totally lined up.
That's what I was. That's what I was.
You know?
thinking, Yeah.
Dude, would we pull that one off or what?
I like it. That looks cool.
Like you could go into business with that site.
Mhm.
Like we legit, baby. We skate. You know, and that's gonna take us home, and boards will take us somewhere else. That sheet needs to be dialed up. Oh, you see that transition? Not that anybody's ever gonna hit that transition. That's actually kind of dope. I was totally unintentional.
That's actually pretty cool.
right? Wow. I don't know why. You know, I do know why I did that because it came from over on the left, and we put a transition of a second. We could override that if we wanted on desktop, but it's kind of cool. Watch it load. Oh, it doesn't do it on load. But now if we go to mobile, that's what it looks like on mobile. I think we would add an image in there on mobile.
And maybe just change pink from pink to orange.
This one here, pink to orange.
I mean the background color?
This one right there, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, it should totally be orange. Let's go do that. And that's going to be on main CSS. And we had pink, and it needs to be orange. What oranges do we have? Give me choices. No, it's not going to give me choices. What is that orange here? That's a really cool color. Where did we get that color? We just have to go get that color. And that's on this one right here. And it's right there. That's better. But that needs to be dialed up now.
How come the mobile doesn't
What's
show
that?
How come the mobile isn't showing the background? Because it's too big?
Oh, we could put a background on mobile, but I just wanted to keep it light on mobile, and so I did a
Yeah,
gradient instead of an
that makes
image.
sense.
And now you notice it has that the heck's that one that does that background attachment fixed. All right, so as you scroll up, it's got some nice, like, you know, that's sliding under that. This is sliding over that. Really like this site. Images are so powerful. Oh, look at that transition. That's cool. Transitions are so powerful. Dude, we started a skateboard company today. The colors really worked out well on that. All right. Good work, everybody.